StephenA Smith finally opens up about his regrets concerning the coverage that he had about Kwame Brown. So for those of you that don't know, StephenA Smith was invited on the podcast piece, so the podcast of Paul George with his cast, after he kind of had a small altercation with them about his bad takes about Kawhi Leonard. So I was really looking forward to that episode. But what I was not expecting for StephenA Smith to open up about Kwame Brown. So before we go too far, please take a listen to what he had to say, and then we can come back and react. Before I play the clip, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Daryl Morey is a liar and I will never be a part of an organization he's a part of again. These were the words of James Harden that he just had at one of his camps that he always does during the summer in Shanghai. That pretty much set the whole basketball world on fire. Because ever since the trade deadline, James Harden has made it clear that he did not intend on returning to the 76ers. I believe the 76ers for a while, they were pretty much calling his bluff. They didn't really do anything. There were never any rumors that really made sense in the media or in the news, and usually around these players. Like, for example, you see Damian Lillard, you see that they've identified the Miami Heat and everything, and they're trying to make some moves and everything. For the Sixers, I haven't seen a single real offer, a real trade offer. They mentioned the Clippers, but come on, man. Come on now at this point. And, Alright, so y'all heard what StephenA had to say about that, and that was interesting that he got so candid. So I want to commend StephenA Smith, first of all, for not ducking no smoke. He just got called out by this very same podcast a week ago, and now he's already in front of the man, in front of the cameras, addressing all of the stuff that was said head on. So kudos to him, because it's not all the guys in the sports media who do that, especially being at the top. He doesn't have to do this. Now back to Kwame Brown. I get what StephenA Smith is saying in principles, but my issue with this is that he's acting like this was just a one-time thing, that he just was asked one day, or maybe he was in a bad mood about Kwame Brown, and he just opened up because that's how he felt, and he was like, man, the man can't play, which he's clearly entitled to his opinion, right? And that's also his job to give us a candid opinion, so respect to him for that. My problem, though, is that once he said it the first time, he just kept this whole thing going for years. For years, man. Like at least 2-3 years. He was every chance he would get. Every time the name Kwame Brown would come up, I still hear the Kwame Brown. He can't play. He got small hands. The numerous rants. Sometimes not even on first take. Like I believe one time he even made an appearance like at a college or something, and they asked him about Kwame Brown, and he still made fun of the guy, So that's where it's fucked up, because again, his job is to be honest, say what he feels about the player, and Kwame Brown, regardless of the fact that he made the NBA, and can't nobody take that away from him. That's a performance in itself. Some people will say it's a W. I would say it's a W. Now, when you come in at the first round pick, you can't play and perform the way you did, period. So he deserves criticism. And I believe Kwame Brown would have been okay if StephenA Smith was just like, yeah, man, Kwame Brown is underperforming or whatever, and kept him moving. But the fact that he got ridiculed so much, that killed his career. That really did. Because it's a lot of big men in the league who cannot do anything, but would just ring run and grab rebounds and have a long career, at least 10 years, and make a lot of money. Kwame Brown, just because of the name and the narratives around his persona as a whole, his career, in my opinion, was cut short because of StephenA Smith also. And it just should never happen. As a media pundit, you should never affect what a player can and cannot get. When you out there pretty much impacting the guy's opportunities, then it's a problem. And I understand why Kwame Brown keeps on going at StephenA Smith. And StephenA Smith said that, okay, now he sees all the clips, and he says, just get your shots off. So respect for StephenA Smith, but I cannot wait to see what Kwame has to say about this one, because he's not going to take the high road, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, we're going to cut the video right here. Please get in the comment section and give me your thoughts about this whole thing. Do you think StephenA Smith was within his right to go at Kwame Brown like that? Do you think Kwame Brown should lay off StephenA Smith now that StephenA Smith has he didn't really apologize, but addressed the situation in public? And yeah, appreciate you guys for checking me out. Again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.